The injectors and throttle bodies on your motorcycle are not the most attractive part to look at, and also the components are subject to becoming damaged for whatever reason. So we've developed these really nice covers that nicely cover up the injectors, giving a much nicer appearance, but also mainly to protect the valuable electronics from damage, which could cause an inconvenient breakdown if something were to occur. The installation is a little bit involved. It's easy, but there's definitely a few tips I'd like to show you. The first thing to do is to install this bracket here. This is going to involve removing the two screws that hold the rubber injector connector or throttle body connector to the cylinder head. You'll remove those two screws, slide this bracket into place, and reinstall the original screws back into position and tighten. Now this bracket provides your front two mounting points for the protector. Then these clamps are placed around the tubing in these two positions here. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to assemble this part. It's supplied separately. The laser cut aluminum anodized bracket needs to be attached to the plastic protector. And for this we give you some rivets that need to be snapped together. Now the trick here is that you won't probably be able to push them together and get them to fully engage. So what I suggest you do is, after you've snapped them into position, lay the back side of the rivet onto a hard surface, such as on the back of your vise or something like that. And then with a small hammer, just give it a quick rap. Not enough to smash it, but enough to seat the rivets into another. When you do it, you'll know what I mean. Just give it a quick tap and you'll feel it pop right into position. So now you've got the front bracket installed, you've got your clamps in position, you've got your cover assembled with the bracket, and the snaps are in tight. It's time to finish the assembly. And here are a couple of tips for you. First of all, start by just putting in one of the front screws to hold it into place. Now take your clamp, line it up to where it needs to be, squeeze it with a pair of needle nose pliers, and then what I do is, if you have hemostats, that would work just as well, but you can make do with a zip tie and a pair of needle nose. Now that'll hold the clamp closed, and now you have two hands free to install the bolt, because you need to have a washer on the head of the bolt and a washer on the other side. So now with that needle nose installed, it's a lot easier to work with, getting the bolt in place, and you're not fighting the clamp. Now you can actually relatively easily reach underneath, fit the washer on there, reach underneath with the bolt, or the nut rather. And now that I have that installed, I can go remove the needle nose and go back down to the lower connection point and do the same, use the same trick to install the lower bolt. Once you've managed to get all the fasteners started, straighten everything out so that's even, and then go back and fasten all the screws securely one by one. And then you can reinstall the side cover and the seat. And a very similar product is also available for the 1100GS, 1150GS, and 1150GS Adventure. Also available in black or silver. And now you've not only enhanced the appearance of your motorcycle, but you've also added a great deal of protection to the sensitive components around your throttle bodies. And those are the injector covers by Wunderlich.